Hey everybody out there, Chris and Mike here, and welcome back to another indie comic book review. In this review, we've got 14 digital books and approximately, four physical books, and the books in this review were released on
November 12th, 2014. So without further ado, do you have any news or anything?
Nope, we're in the middle of November. We're setting up for a big December. It's going to be a big week next week for a lot of reasons. And yeah, so let's get into the books. We already talked about news. I just shot the comic book haul a little while ago. This video, like I said, should be up on Sunday, sometime during Sunday. And the big two will follow this on Monday sometime.
Alright. So we're going to start off with Archie Comics Sonic the Hedgehog, issue number 266, the Super Smash Bros. Variant cover of
The
Sonic.
final.
Yeah, the final one. I did a comic review on Comic Frontline and showed all of you guys what it looked like. But anyway, so it's really just Sonic and Moss, training with each other. Basically, he's trying to keep him from turning into a werehog and everything. Where Dr. Eggman is saying to Egg Boss Thunderbolt that she was a failure. And here's some artwork, by the way, which I'll show you, which is amazing. And it seems to be that since the world split, Dr. Eggman could gain territory of going places, and you can find out more reading the book. Meanwhile, Sky Patrol is going after the Blue Chaos Emerald with their mission. And the interesting thing is, when the sun set, Sonic turned back into the werehog again. But since with Moss, he can control it now. So I liked when they showed the side of him that he can control it and everything. But there's going to be like an ambush with Sonic and Sky Patrol. They're having a very hard time trying to get the Emerald. So, yeah, lots of stuff happened with Killer Robots in the end that, did that. So it's, and it's Ambush Part 1 of 2, which I forgot to mention. So, really amazing. Definitely for the kids to read, or for those of you out there who are Sonic fans, such as me and my brother are. Definitely get this. And if you want to complete the variant covers of all three from Sonic Universe and Mega Man, then you can do that.
And next Friday, don't forget, Super Smash Bros. Will be out for the Wii U.
So be on the lookout for that. Alright, now in Image Comics, The Walking Dead, issue number 134. So we're still with the whole wannabe zombies, so to say.
Fake zombies. Let's call them fake zombies.
The wannabe zombies.
Human zombies.
Why you gotta ruin everything? Alright, well anyway, they're just attacking everyone, and by the way, here's some artwork which is black and white, which is awesome. And Doris gets a little bit hurt from the walkers, and I forgot what his name was, the character. Like basically he gets him out of there, and he kills the walkers and everything. Meanwhile, we get a long, huge dialogue of Carl talking to this girl and getting bullied by these boys. And here's the thing, though, like, when he ran away and when the girl fought for him, let's just say Carl was very ruthless and used his aggression to, I guess, kill the bullies. Which... yeah. No. Well, he didn't kill her. He says, but you'll see in the end. So, after that happened, he just says, 2 boys, they attacked her, and I think I killed them. So now we have Carl, who has a little bit of a temper tantrum problem. But then I can see, like bullies Carl, and, No,
I see he spent a little too much time with Negan. Now Carl's got a little bit of a
Negan problem. So maybe this could be a turn of roads for Carl. I hope not. But where's Rick when you need him?
Back where he is.
Well, yeah. Alright, so now we're in the Zenoscope books. He has one and I have one, and then that'll be all for physical.
Goddess Inc. issue 4 of 5. This issue sets up really nicely for the grand finale of them all. Now, we all know last time that there was an attempt to kill Venus, and it failed. Epically. And Sage is left, because she is the head of the police department. She's left with cleaning up, basically. I forgot what her name was, her mess. Let's see if I can get the name right in the beginning of the
Wow, I never heard you hum that before.
Hum hum.
Hum hum. Yeah.
Nope, no name.
So.
But basically, Sage actually ends up threatening the mayor, which was really awesome too. And Venus knows that Zeus is trying to end her before she is able to rise to power. I'll tell you one thing: the God of War, I forgot his name, Rice, Rhys. I hope I'm saying his name right. He's very aggressive. I will say that his characteristics are his personality is very straightforward. He actually starts a fight with a few of the what do you call it? With a few of the people that are working with Venus. This is a nice splash page to show. Really great artwork in this book. I really enjoyed it. And basically, Venus has another plan in mind, so she sends everybody away except the God of War. And well, we all know why she wants Rice still around.
Mm-hmm.
You got Zeus, who knows there's one person that they need on their side to fight against Venus, and he makes mention of the name. I'm not going to spoil it here, but it turns out that Venus's eyes are set for Caspian and I forgot what the woman's name was. Audrey. Both of them were confronted by Zeus. Actually, confronted Audrey in the previous issue, and told her, warned her about what's going on, and she didn't listen. Well, now it's coming back to bite her and her husband Caspian because now Venus has them, and then the ending has a piece of the God of War, which I don't want to say. But let's just say he's confronting somebody he hasn't seen in a very, very, very long time at the very end of this issue, which is very interesting also. So, all in all, a really great issue. Can't wait to see the grand finale of it all. Will Venus actually rise to power, or will Zeus and his daughters manage to stop her? Cannot wait for the next issue. Excellent read.
Alright, and last but not least for physical, Masumi, Blades of Sin, issue 4 the final part to this, and oh man, what a final part actually. Like, it first, like when you open the book, like it starts off with May, training with the spirits, and she sees her dead husband, Hiroto in the spirit, while Masumi is in danger with all the other demons and stuff. And here's some artwork. Their artwork is really amazing in every Xenoscope book I read. And so she trapped them in the box, and now the guy who sent Rojin, when he sent him to go kill them and it didn't happen, Masumi just wants to take care of business. But the thing is that she doesn't kill, and Raijin has Legion, which was Masumi's sword, the sword that talks. So now that he has it in hand, there's like a big fight scene. I like this page right here. A huge, amazing fight scene, and Legion just saying, just kill, and yada, yada, yada. I don't want to give too much away because I want you guys to read it, but what comes out of the sword, oh boy. Didn't think that was in the sword. I mean, I didn't even see that coming when the sword broke, but let's just say left off on a good ending. Hopefully maybe we'll see another Masumi volume because I really enjoyed every issue. I would say between a 4.5 to 5 out of 5, Masumi was the best series you can read. You can get this on trade paperback whenever that
It'll be coming out. It should be coming out very soon now that
the
last issue came out.
When the trade paperback comes out, definitely get all 4 issues because they were just really amazing, and I liked reading every issue of it.
Awesome.
Now let's get to the digitals.
All right, we're starting with Boom Studios. Big Trouble in Little China, issue number 6. How was it?
All right, so this book, we start off with this new character, Mayo Yin. And she's just this aggressive person who just takes on anyone or anything. And there's a little thing that they say about how she got kidnapped and stuff like that. So it was a long story. So, oh, what's his name now, the guy? Why do I keep forgetting? Well, he goes to the main character. Yeah, Jack is in a bar trying to fight. Like the people want to fight him and everything. And one of his friends that he knew before helped him get out of it. And there's this thing. I really wish you wouldn't go too fast. Like there's a bounty on Jack, and these people. No, down. Like right there. The Lords of Death are the people who have a bounty of him wanted, and we get these two other characters who are introduced, which are really something else. So we get a little bit about this guy's backstory, that the one that saved him from, with the bar fight and everything, and what a weird story he had in mind. And basically he's just trying to help Jack not get killed or anything. And the two guys who we saw before, when they're trying to look for Jack Burton, that's his full name, they're like saying, "Are you Jack Burton?" And then when they say no, they kill him anyway because it wasn't Jack Burton. But then when they encounter someone else, there's a monster, or one-eyed monster, whatever it was, that, let's just say they got destroyed in the end. So Jack Burton has a big, huge problem on his hands if he ever encounters with that monster. Mm-hmm. So, big trouble for Jack. And not in Little China, just in Jack, period. But I found this to be very interesting. And I just can't wait to see what will happen next one. So, yeah.
Alright, next we've got an issue number 1, The Lone Ranger Vindicated, issue number 1.
So the Lone Ranger, it was a lot of dialogue, I will say that much, but we get a little bit of his backstory where
I like the Lone Ranger, and I think the artwork's really nice.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. But he's in the western place where he's just helping people, and then we all, as always, there's always a person who wants to, kill Lone Ranger for many obvious reasons. You could read the book to find that out. So, we just get a little bit about him, and he's just talking with a lot of people and helping him out. He has this friend of Jonto, who's with him.
Tonto?
Oh, I can't remember the name, but Tonto. And they're partners. Are you done? They're partners, together and everything. And they
How do you not know that Tonto is
I don't
Lone
remember
Ranger's
characters'
partner?
names. I mean, I don't.
This is childhood stuff!
Well, I don't remember some things, and there are. Anyway, it's been a while since I read Lone Ranger until.
You've never read The Lone Ranger.
Anyway, when you're done with your whole thing over there,
going.
Yeah, they work really great as a team together, and we get lots of dialogue between the both of them, and so there's like how can I remember this? Like the artwork's great, by the way. I will say that much. And of course, the people who we saw from the beginning attack the West and want to kill the Lone Ranger. And Lone Ranger saves kids, of course, in the process, because that's. And then we meet up with this new woman. What's her name? Go up. Oh, Miss Doyle. And she makes an appearance, and Lone Ranger's just like saying, like, hey, and gets a little confused because Tonto said his hat was backwards. Yeah, I thought that was pretty funny. But all in all, that's really all I could say. I don't want to give too much away of the comic book, except at the end, when they were having dinner and stuff like that, something really bad happens in the end, and, just to say, burning barn, saves horses, and someone gets shot, and I don't want to say who it is, so. It was really an amazing read. I did leave out a bunch of stuff because I want you guys to read. It's the first issue, and for those of you who are Lone Ranger fans, then you'll definitely pick up the book. And if not, then you won't.
Alright, next, sticking with Dynamite, we have Sherlock Holmes versus Harry Houdini issue number 2. I didn't get a chance to read this yet.
I am a huge fan after this book of Houdini. Like, they're like doing this show and everything, and Sherlock Holmes is trying to find out of the murder scene about what happened and everything with the acts of who killed the person. So Houdini, I mean, he just like gets out of handcuffs and everything because they thought it was him at first, like accusing him. And Sherlock Holmes, like, I don't know, is it just me or is he a little bit jerky to people?
He's a pompous ass.
Because his character.
Wow, that's a lot of dialogue.
Yeah, but how
Harry
Houdini, thank you. I really liked him in this issue because even a Sherlock Holmes butler likes Houdini because he's so because he's a fan of him and magnificent, and he's just like saying, "Hey, I've been in the room and I heard all this mumbo jumbo that's been talked about and everything," because he's in the investigation with Sherlock Holmes to find out everything that's happened. So there's this like movie reel that they were not supposed to use because it causes lots of like bad stuff to happen with lots of explosions and stuff. So after that happened, like Sherlock Holmes like wasn't really didn't really approve of what happened. And Houdini actually saves Sherlock Holmes from getting out of the building because of what happened. So yeah, after that it's just Sherlock Holmes just you know, being himself, and you know, and the thing I liked about this was that they were like racing each other, like who would get there the fastest to the shore. It's like Sherlock Holmes gets there, and then Houdini's just like right there next to him, saying, "Well, it's about time he showed up," and everything. So I really like the whole Sherlock Holmes and Harry Houdini thing that's going on, because it's very mysterious, and there's a mysterious black figure that actually is the one that appears in this comic book. And if you want to know who the person is, and
you have to wait for the next issue.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see who it is, but it's turning out really nicely. I will say that much. Yeah, yeah. This next one I'm gonna say was really fun to read. Django Zorro, issue number 1.
The Django.
The Django?
Zorro.
Oh.
It's a Dynamite Vertigo crossover. Issue number 1.
Oh. Well, the Django, it's really all about his character meeting up with Diego.
The Django.
No, the Django meets with this guy named Diego.
Oh, okay, fine. I'll let you go with that.
Wow, you know, you gotta listen. Anyway, so it's just about them, you know, going on a little carriage ride, and then of course one of the Django's mobs actually know that he's in there, and they try to kill him. And I really like his character, Django. Like, he just shoots them 1, 2, 3, boom, you're out. I mean, that's pretty impressive.
You sure that
there.
Diego isn't the Django?
No, Django is the guy, the cowboy guy.
Okay.
The African American guy. Yeah. And basically, he's just trying to get to, I believe, Las Vegas or something. Like, he just wants to go somewhere. And Diego offers him something that to help him out with his ordeal and everything. So if you want to find out what it is, you should read the book. We get more information about those two, and it's really just about them focused. Like, there's no Zorro appeared in anything, so I don't know, maybe he'll appear in the next comic issue, but Django, he's one badass character, along with Diego, who for once showed his true potential of who he is and stuff.
You do know Diego is
yeah.
You know he's that, right?
Yeah, I know he's that.
Okay, okay.
Well, I don't want to say who he is until...
I think anybody who would know that, but okay, fine.
Are we done now? Okay.
And I don't understand how this is out of order, but I guess next, and you wrote it down for next, so...
Yeah.
We're going to jump into IDW and then jump directly out of it, because we are ending with IDW. I don't know how Angry Birds got here, but Angry Birds comic issue number 6.
I don't know, you put in the order that was. Alright. As always, there's 3 stories. The first story is called When Pigs Fly. And it's basically about 3 pigs who are trying to fly using a trampoline. And the sergeant actually teaches them like how to bounce because they were having trouble bouncing too high and everything. And of course, after they learn and everything, guess what? They do exactly like the Angry Birds do, but instead with a slingshot, they use a trampoline to try to get the eggs and bring it to the king who wants to eat the eggs. So after that, well, let's just say the plans really didn't go so well as they thought it would. So that's really all for that. Then the next story is called Up, and basically in this story, the chef is just trying to look for eggs to bring to the king, and things like really didn't turn out like so well after that. Like the chef was trying to steal the eggs, and it looks like that they did in some way, but it was when the whole with the big balloon thing that happened of the king, and I thought that was pretty funny because he thought that the eggs were in there, but apparently there wasn't. It was just a big hot air balloon. Then the last story is Surprise, where there are three pigs who are just who saw a vending machine, and it looks like that they were eggs, but apparently they were those things, like, remember when you pop them open and something's in there? So thinking that they were eggs, they weren't. They were little things inside that pop open. So, and of course the king wasn't pleased about that, and well, I thought that was pretty hilarious. Angry Birds is really hilarious. I love reading their issues, and as well as playing the game. I mean, I've played many Angry Birds in the past, so really awesome.
Alright, we're now in Image Comics. We've got Drifter, issue number 1. How was this book, Mike? I looked through this book a little bit, and the artwork is gorgeous, I will say that.
Yeah, the artwork's like really amazing. It's about this guy who is stranded on this island, or this place, I don't know where it was, and he encounters with these creatures and everything, and there's this guy who, like, you know, shaman and everything, and he kind of expected it in some way for, many reasons or so. So, for a couple of days he's been knocked out, and the doctors have been trying to, get him alive and everything. So when he wakes up, he tells about himself a little bit, as well as his reason of why he was put there and everything. I think that person's name is Lee. I don't remember. Because, you know, she's a doctor who helped him out with everything. So, after him trying to get back in shape and everything, there's this priest actually comes in and he talks about, like, there's a new day and everything, and he says to him, like, did you, like, I saw your dreams, like, did you think it would be like this? And he didn't think it would, the whole town of where he would be in. So, the bar scene was a little bit too over, what's that word I'm looking for? Let's just say it got a little bit out of control when he met his father, this guy's father there, and then it was just like a whole fight afterwards, and things got a little bit out of control. So he wants to find this this ship that crashed, because that's how he was stranded in where he was. And when they find it in the end, it looks like
there's a twist to it.
There's a twist that it was crashed here almost a year ago, and he's been out for only a couple of days. So that's kind of a little bit odd in that sort of way, because there's 365 days in a year, and a couple of days is not a full year. So I don't know if they're messing with him or anything, but really something to look into for more reviews of this to come further. Alright, Dream Police issue number 5. And in Dream Police, wow, I feel like I'm doing a lot of the reviews.
This is your review, Mike. I only have 2 books left. Yeah.
Yeah, Dream Police, they're trying to look for this guy called Frank Stanford. And it's up to Detective Thursday, I believe his name is? Joe Thursday, yeah. He goes into this place that, remember that locker I told you that they're never ever supposed to look in, that black folder thing? The cabinet, I think it was called. He finds information, and then one of the monsters like saying, like, hey, what are you doing in here? You're supposed to tell me, anyone who's supposed to go in there is supposed to notify them and everything. So he just makes up this lie excuse and just gets out of there 1, 2, 3 with confidential information of Frank Stanford. So as his partner Karen is distracting the boss about it, they find out information about where Frank Stanford is, and when they went to go do an investigation about him, with these stairs going upstairs, and then when they go up, it's pointed downwards actually. So when they twist the sign around, where it says up you know, like DN and then the up sign. So there was like a little bit of a twist with that. Like every time they would go upstairs, it would be a different scene or a different place. So they meet this old librarian and they ask him if they know a little bit more about Frank Stanford and more information that he could give them. So as he tries to tell them about, you know, how he knows Frank Stanford and everything, there was a little bit of a thing that happened with the dogs that came in, like demon dogs. I'm guessing that's what it was, and they have to hurry and escape because, you know, they're in this dreamscape, and, you know, dream police never sleep or dream or something like that. So as they're going to do more investigations, Karen said, you know, I'll go with you. Even though you want to do this alone, we're going to do this together. So I like how she's opening up a little bit more to Joe and trying to work with him instead of by himself. So, yeah, this Frank Stanford was really a character in this one. This was another one funny book that I read.
We're in Dark Horse now,
Yeah.
and I only gave this to Mike because I really love Franco's art. And we didn't get to do Tiny Titans. We didn't get to do Itty Bitty Hellboy. But I didn't want to miss out on this because I know you love the movie.
Yep.
Itty Bitty Mask, issue 1 of 4. I don't know if you're going to come back. First of all, I need to know, are you going to come back for the rest of the series?
Yes.
It's only 4. Oh, you want to come back for the other 3?
Because
okay.
let me just tell you how it starts. This guy goes in a grocery store, and he's just like saying, you know, there's this antique. Can I buy it? And the guy says, I'm sorry, it's not for sale. So he's just trying every which way with mints, like saying, you know, how about I give you, you know, this, and that. And he's like saying, you know what, I'm going to take it. Okay, but it's not for sale. And he's like saying, you know, like the guy's just trying to say, you know, you shouldn't take that because it's very dangerous. And he doesn't listen to him, so he wants to just give it to his wife as a gift. So when he takes the mask away, you know what happens when you put on the mask. You go into, he didn't say smoking, but I thought
that's because it's Jim Carrey's character.
I know. So then he's like saying, wow, this is awesome. So when he was going to give it to his wife, his grandmother, his mom came in, and she wore the mask, and she's just flipping pancakes and everything. I mean, the mask is just like all over the place, and even outside there's raining pancakes and all that stuff. And then she's knitting things so fast. I mean, I gotta tell you something. When you get possessed by the mask, you start doing these things like hyperactive much, you know? I mean, it can get a little bit to your head a little bit, and the only way to stop it is just to, you know, get rid of the mask. And she doesn't get rid of it after a while, but then she takes it off, and, well, let's just say that he plans to keep the mask for many reasons. So, really looking forward to reading the next issue.
Yep. And with that, give us just 2 seconds, and we will return with the rest of the books for this week's Indie Comic Review. Alright, we're back, and now we are in X Volume 2, issue number 19. How much shit happens to X this time?
Well, they're still with the whole...
Oh, dear Lord.
Yeah, they're still with the whole skin thing, where he's like awake and everything, but they're just saying, you know, he wants to kill the pigs after what they did to him, and he knows they're tender spots to kill him, so to say. And this doctor still wants to do experiments on this woman of her skin and everything. It was kind of disturbing in some panels of the pages, but yeah, it was just like all over the place. And he takes them out one by one, and this woman who I'm trying to remember what her name was. Like, he says that he worked with this girl who was with her, like that detective person, and she knew of her. So X2 is just trying to get her out of there, and she never killed. Like, she's like saying, I'm not like that, but apparently she is. After all that's happened. Now, what's that say?
Maureen.
Well, Maureen, where are you going? I want to see who he say he knew. What was her name?
Lee Ferguson?
Yeah, he says, like, I know of Lee Ferguson, so I'm a friend of hers and everything, so you don't have to worry about me being just a stranger and everything. So, yeah, so he gets out of there, and he takes a big leap on the cop's car, and then he gets to the hospital because of the way he was sore and everything. Where Ferguson actually sees him and he's like saying, you know, I gotta get out of here because this doctor who I know of is going to try to kill me. So when he goes there and sees X2 gone, he's like saying, well, I guess he didn't travel, you know, too far because he wants to find him and obviously kill him. So after that, wow, I can't believe I forgot her name. Maureen saw her daughter and then just said that she's just gonna find out who made her into this monster that killed, that decided to kill and everything. So that's gonna be very interesting. And I'm gonna take a break now. So
finally,
this is your book.
Okay, we are in Prometheus Fire and Stone issue number 3. So the aliens are now attacking the the Helios. And we now see what's happened to Eldon at the hands of Francis. Eldon now can see that Francis isn't a friend. He never was a friend. He was always, what was the word I'm looking for? He always had secrets, and he never really, and Eldon should have never trusted Francis to begin with. So Francis runs off. So now we understand how the whole Francis Eldon thing happened, which leads into Alien vs. Predator. Mm-hmm. So now we have the captain and Galago still searching for Eldon and Francis, and that's when the aliens attack the Helios. So now it becomes a whole matter of saving the Helios. They do meet up with Francis. They run into Francis at least, and they arrest Francis because Francis actually admits to screwing around with Eldon, injecting him with that black sludge, and now we understand how Francis got arrested, got put into the hold from Alien vs. Predator 1. And now they have to devise a plan to get the aliens away from the Helios and save the crew and get the hell off LV-223. So Galago goes into his ship with his crew, and they're supposed to distract the aliens and scare them away from the Helios. That's the plan. And also another thing is, from the Predator story arc, where the Predator shows the engineer, and that's who he's hunting. For those of you that remember my review of Predator Fire and Stone, remember when I said that it looked like Galago knew who the engineer was? We find out how Galago knew the engineer through this issue. But it was a really brief encounter. Obviously, he's going to see the engineer again. Eldon shows up at the Helios and does the unthinkable. They lock the aliens out, and you need a passcode now to get through the doors. Eldon knows the passcode, and he's actually becoming friendly with the aliens. So all hell breaks loose, and the ending kind of has a little bit of a what the F moment, where somebody wishes the captain luck instead of helping, so to speak, and it's to be concluded. So Galago's true colors actually do come out in Prometheus, which I actually am surprised, but now it explains his personality in Alien vs. Predator and the Predator book. Mm-hmm. So everything's all coming together. Next issue is the grand finale. I love the artwork in this book. I love the direction of this book, and I can't wait to see the conclusion of Alien vs. Predator and Predator now, because this is obviously the beginning of the story leading into the other two stories. So now we're in IDW.
Yes.
And we're going to start with a classic book, Rogue Trooper Classic issue number 7. How was it?
I'm getting really sick and tired of the book. There's a couple of pages to be continued, and the new story starts. I don't know what...
I think it was little stories, and they're just putting it together.
I don't know why they're doing that, because it's very confusing, and it's just, you know, all over the place. But basically, what it's talking about is that Rogue Trooper, who they named him something else, I think. Or was it Rogue Trooper they named him now? Like, they named him something. It was in the beginning of the book, which is why I wish you didn't skip ahead. What was his name? Well, basically, they called him by a different name. Was it Rogue Trooper?
Blue?
I guess something. I don't know. But basically what he's doing is that he's on a mission just trying to kill all these people who want to kill the Rogue, or Blue, if that's what the name is.
Just call him the Rogue Trooper.
Yeah, the Rogue Trooper, because he's the last of the kind, and they want to do that for that reason. So with his helmet and his Baghdad talking, he has a...
Oh, no, they're still calling him Rogue.
Oh, they do call him Rogue. Alright, well, basically, I don't know, like, it was a little bit confusing at first trying to read this a little bit. It's, like, all over the place. With this happening, and then it goes to something else, and then something else. I don't know, it was kind of a little bit too hard to digest the whole thing in some ways.
A lot of stories mixed together into one.
Yeah, there's just so many mixed up stories. I'm like, okay, where are you going with this? Are you going to stay on topic, or are you going to just make it one issue, like every comic book is, instead of making it short to be continued and doing something else? What direction
Again, I
are
think
you
it's
going?
little comics put into one big comic.
I don't know. It's a little bit confusing, so if you want to read it for yourselves and see what it's about, then you could do that, because to me it was a little bit confusing, and that's basically all I can say, really.
Transformers Robots in Disguise, issue number 35. First of all, Optimus Prime is going back to Cybertron. I want to get to that page. Due to, he wants to look up some research on something else, and, what do you call it? Alpha Prime doesn't believe him because he knows that crap's going on Cybertron, and he's like, you're just going to go back to look into things, and Optimus Prime kind of ignores it. The main focal point of this book, though, however, is actually, where is it? Here. Spike with Wiki. He was the one that led the Earth's special forces against Cybertron, the Cybertronians. He says that I fought for this country and now I'm branded a traitor because I know that J.B. Blackrock is using Cybertronian technology not only to create robots to be like butlers, but he's also supplying weaponry to the army. So he's basically going to be the person to reveal, what's the word I'm looking for? He's preventing an Armageddon from happening, especially with the Cybertronians now back on Earth. And basically he's going to lift the veil of, he's going to show Blackrock for who he really is. He's going to reveal, he's going to show the truth. Then we go into, like I said, Optimus Prime. Optimus Prime puts Prowl in control while he's gone, but has RC watching him. We also get a scene where we actually have Prowl saying, "Get out of my head." So I think this is going to all get revealed as time goes forward, but there is something going on with Prowl's head. You've got Blackrock who wants, what's his name, who wants Spike taken care of now. You got the, who are they called? You got Miss Fairborn and the CDC, I believe they're called. Mm-hmm. Are they the CDC? Here. EDC, sorry. He was running an organization. They know of Spike. He ran the organization before the EDC was put together. So now we've got the EDC that's after Spike. We find out that Galvatron is going after Spike because he believes that Spike knows where the ancient powers are on Earth. And you got Prowl going after Spike because basically Spike is an enemy to human and Cybertronian alike. He's a traitor to the humans, they claim, because now he's fighting against Blackrock and his creations. So now you got EDC going after him. You got Galvatron who's going after him because he believes that Spike might know the secrets on Earth. And you got Prowl going after him because, well, Spike is against the Cybertronians also, so he's against the Transformers. So Spike is a main target now for a lot of people, good, bad, and in between. The Autobots, the Decepticons, and the humans. I feel bad for Spike. Now, for those of you that, like myself, know the Transformer cartoon from back in the day, Spike worked with the Transformers. So I'm hoping when this story arc is all said and done, Spike ends up working with the Autobots. That'd be pretty cool, actually.
Okay.
If they went into like the original way. So we got 2 books left. Let's
Yes.
start with Indestructible, issue number 9. I'm surprised
Yes.
it's still going on.
Yeah, so Indestructible, from what we saw in the last issue, there's this big, gigantic, demonic form that wants to take over everything. And one of Barry, that's his name. Barry is doing his whole thing of being a superhero of his own and stuff like that. So this demonic person wants to make everything blow up, and he televises it about it, that there's a bomb that's going to blow up everything. There is one scene where I don't remember what the main character's name is. I don't know what's going on with my names today. But basically his father has a little bit of a stroke and a heart attack. And Barry's just being the hero, just trying to attack everybody. And he uses so many things. Like he uses the roller and stuff like that. And let's just say he has ways of getting out of tough situations, which makes him really amazing guy to use. And he just uses fire just to get at him, and yeah, he's gonna be feeling that mark for a while. And that's all I'm gonna say for that. So as everything's going on, I'm trying the stone guy, the man of stone. Like I can't remember what his name is. Like, because that's his thing because of what happened issues back further.
Well, let's go.
Yeah, well, anyway, as the whole thing is going to blow up, Barry is, being the disguise of the security and tries to stop it, but then they knew something was fishy, and then after that, things just went a little bit too out of control. Now they're trying to take away the bomb before it explodes, and all they gotta do is just run for their lives before the bomb explodes and get it somewhere. Alright, and finally we have a one-shot of
I'm sure you're happy about this one.
Yeah, Super Secret Crisis War of Codename Kids Next Door. Now
It's the one-shot for Kids Next Door.
Yeah, I said one-shot. So I didn't really watch Kids Next Door. I mean, this is like more of a recent cartoon that's been on Cartoon Network, but basically there's a robot that comes and says, I'm looking for a challenger. Who didn't see that coming? And the kids next door, they're trying to get together and try to tough it out against the robot. And here's what the robot does say, though. If they win against the robot, their Earth will be destroyed. But if they lose, then they won't be known as these tough kids next door and everything. So they're trying to find a way not to defeat the robot to get their Earth destroyed, but just get everything all together. And there's Brussels sprouts that they're trying to come up with like a new project name and stuff like that. So I'm having a little bit of a hard time with that. So they're just trying to team up together to try to get rid of the robot, which they do kind of so-ish. And then it ends like that. But wait.
So the robot finally gets defeated then from all the one-shots.
Right, but wait, there's more though. Now...
The prelude, the final prelude, yeah.
Of all the villains now, how they get together and everything, and how the whole clone idea came in mind is that. But I am telling you right now, it's not going to last because they're like saying we're going to stick together and last. Oh, yeah, right. Because I think in the next issue, they're going to be at each other's throats saying that's going to be mine. And I hope I see that in the Super Secret Crisis War because I could call
There's only one part left after this.
Yeah, the
part 6.
Yeah, the regular issue. I cannot wait to see that. And I'm going to call it now because if I see it, I'll be like, I called it. And this other series that's coming out.
Yeah, it's advertised here that in January of 2015, the next Cartoon Network mashup is going to be Powerpuff Girls Smash Up. And it looks like I Am Weasel's in it, Johnny Bravo, Ed, Ed and Eddie again, Kids Next Door, Cow and Chicken, Dexter, Courage the Cowardly Dog. I can't remember that cartoon. It's a newer one, and I don't know that cartoon either, so that's a brand new one also.
Oh, the Imaginary Friends.
Yeah, that's one of them. And I don't know what this one is, so.
I don't know, somewhere new that I don't even
Something
know.
to look forward to in January, that's for sure.
Yeah, a lot of books that I'm going to be definitely looking forward to. And yes, I'm going to be definitely reading that because I'm enjoying Super Secret Crisis 1. I can't wait to see the last issue of it and see how that all turns out in the end.
Yep.
So, something to look forward to for future months and all.
Absolutely. And with that, that's it for this review, guys. As always, we love your comments, so feel free to leave in the comments below things you like, dislike, agree, disagree with anything we have to say here. Recommendations, we love recommendations as always. And also don't forget to check out Comic Related, Comic Frontline Zone 4 Podcast, and Frontline Gaming Zone. Together we are your #1 source for comic related news, reviews, and a whole bunch more. Tomorrow, Monday, should be the Big 2 review at some point. Afternoon or night, definitely.
Nope.
So until then, take care, keep reading, keep collecting, and we'll see you guys in the next review.
Later, everybody.